How do you compare the mindset of what the team is right now as to where it was right when the regular season ended?
You know, in the regular season, obviously, disappointing loss to Alabama. So, you know, you take that and you pick what you can learn from that game. And, you know, there's always a next game until the last game. So it's our last game. We're looking forward to improve however we can and take that next step, try to win the Sugar Bowl.
Get back out on the field and you see all these guys that were banged up, sitting out, back out there running around. What does that do for the confidence of everybody?
Yeah, it feels good, especially, you know, when you're in bowl practice like this, nobody's on campus. It's kind of like camp again. So weeks like this, it's really good for the team because, you know, we kind of grow closer during weeks like this when there's nobody else around, none of those distractions, and we get, you know, little bonding activities like going bowling or to the movies or something like that, which is, you know, good for building team and stuff like that.
Has anything Kamryn Pettway did this year when he's healthy surprised you? Because most of us hadn't seen him run a ball.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. He wasn't really repped that much at running back before this year. He was a really good three-back for us. So for him to step up and play running back and really only be healthy or starting running back for 8 of those games and be first-team All-SEC, that's, yeah, I think that says a lot. It says all that needs to be said. He's a hell of a player.
I know you guys always take the approach next man up, and then you know you play the hand that you're dealt. But I mean, how much of a difference does it make when you have Pettway and Shaun White back out there?
I mean, definitely execution-wise, those guys have gotten the lion's share of the reps. So having those guys out there for us execution-wise as an entire offense, definitely helpful.
Alex, how do you think the offensive line will stack up next year after you and Robert left?
I think great. You know, Robert's doing a great job working with the tackles for next year. I saw him after practice today. He was working with Prince Salmons and Prince Tega, trying to get those guys ready. And me and Braden have done a great job. I'm sure Braden will be back, I guess. But, you know, getting Mike and Marquell ready. I mean, I think, you know, if you guys have watched any of the tape of when the blue team's been playing, Marquell's been, you know, bringing the funk on some people on his pulls. So both those guys, I think, are ready to play. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do next year.
You think one of the Princes could start next year? You think they're capable of doing it?
Yeah, I think, you know, no matter what, there's always going to be competition. So, you know, but they both have the right mindset. They're both focused players. So, you know, I think definitely.
I know you've been here a while, but do your friends back from Colorado kind of razz you about not being at CU when they're really good now and stuff?
I've had a couple guys say something, but, you know, Colorado, I'm happy to see that for them. You know, if they hadn't been that good my senior high school, I probably would have gone there. So
Yeah, they were terrible.
yeah, they're not very good. So, but yeah, it's cool to see Colorado have some success.
Talk to Shane.
I've talked to him a little bit. Yeah, he's playing. I think he started a couple games, so it's good for him to see him get that opportunity. Got a good team.
How's Shaun looked out there practice this week?
Shaun White looked good. Says he feels healthy, so I think he's ready to go.
You talk about Marquell just a little bit, bringing the funk. I mean, just kind of from your perspective, what kind of a player is he? What's he good at?
Very power player. Good versus guys head up on him. You know, he's very powerful. Even when he doesn't have good technique, he's still able to get movement. So he's a young up and comer. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do.
And Caleb was playing a little bit of guard too in some of the games.
Yeah, Caleb filled in. We had to shuffle some people around, I think, because I think we had an injury somewhere in the second string. So, you know, Caleb stepped in and played a little guard, but he's primarily a center.
Okay.
What have you seen thus far from Oklahoma?
Solid in their defense in every level. They got a really good pass rusher, 31. Not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. It's something interesting. Inside, they got some good players, 93 and I think 97. I think 97's not with them anymore though. But they're solid. Good defense. It'll be a good challenge, but I think we'll be ready to get it going come the Sugar Bowl.
Not to give away too much of the game plan, but they've really struggled against the pass, and obviously you guys are a run-first team. Do you expect to see a little bit more passing just because they have struggled so much against the pass? You see more pass blocking from you guys up front?
I think Coach Malzahn and Coach Lashley will have a great offensive game plan for us.